Hello, boys, and welcome to another Hobby with the Homie. This time, as promised, as foretold, with the homie. We've got him. We've got him online. He's on the other end of the call. It's the one and only Squiddy. How are you doing today, mate?
Doing very well. Very well. Glad to have finally been able to make it.
Excellent, mate. We've got you there.
Only a couple streams late.
Yeah, well, the odyssey that we've had to get this up and running today has been nothing sort of biblical.
Oh, biblical doesn't even begin to describe it. Noah had an easier time leading the Hebrews through the deserts than we've had today.
At one point in time, we were young, hip fellows who knew everything there was to know about operating the technology that we owned. Unfortunately, that is no longer the case, and it took us 3 hours to come up with nothing, and we've decided to go with the Discord method anyway. So hopefully the quality's up to scratch for you guys. Hopefully the audio's all right and passable, and you can glean some small sense of enjoyment out of this. So let's have a little look. All firing on all cylinders. I can hear you on the stream. We're laughing. We're laughing. All right, well, what have you got there to work with today, mate?
I've got a couple Lehman Rosses. Got some paint on. Bit of shades, but don't know that for you. I'm not done with the base colours yet.
Oh, we've already got 4 viewers in. Go on, show off the goods, show off the goods. I'd say I'll start. Obviously, this is a continuation of the last stream. I'm still working on the brand new marneus Calgar. I was at a very fortunate position to be able to get this boy early. But it's now the release day today, so I think, well, I want to get him, see if I can get him done today. Because, yeah, it'd be a wasted opportunity to not get this fella done on his release day, given that I've actually had him early. But what are you going to be working on, mate, while we're working on the old Ultramar boy?
A little armoured support column. Got some I just need to fill in all of the black bits. Got the little sponsons, go over the metallics, and then need to just brighten everything up. So he looks like he's been through a mud field. You know, he's supposed to be in a desert.
And that's a desert scheme you're going with for that, isn't it? I think we've got
close enough. Yeah,
close enough.
I think so.
I think we've got a chat. Mr. Tweed, hello, mate. How are you doing? Nice to see you again. What a legend, Mr. Tweed.
Oh, he was in one of the early ones.
Yeah, continuing Papa Smurf, man. Obviously, I've had him early, but I haven't got him properly done yet. So it's time to press on with the fellow and see if we can get him boxed off tonight. I've got Squiddy on here. Let me just give a little proper introduction to Squiddy here. So, Squiddy, I will say that your video's gone down.
I seem to have died. What's happened there? I'm not sure.
When you get it back up.
I don't know. Nothing's changed on the recording device.
What should I go with? A little bit Aggie, I think. Yeah, we're dropping a bit Aggie on this Ultramarian. You know what? Like, there's something about putting marneus Calgar in the title that just it seems to get viewers a lot better than this Krieg weapon teams I was doing yesterday. Get that many scissors.
Oh, I'm not sure what's happened.
You want? Oh,
the Discord's still up on my phone. It's still going. This is where you're going to really see that we really do no longer know how to work technology, especially myself.
Oh, we lost Squiddy already. Watching on the bus home. I did like the creek. Go and watch that. Oh, that's cool, man. That's great. Yeah, no, it was weird, man. Like, I think it might have really got like 7 views, which was crazy. The last one was like nearly 200. So I think it's something to do with putting Marneus Calgar in the bloody video title that just makes it go crazy. But I mean, for my standards at least. Let's see what's going on with Squiddy for a second here. Right. Squiddy, just disconnect, mate, and reconnect.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Okay.
He's back. We've got him. Oh, there we are. Excellent. Not sure what that was. Might be some kind of. There shouldn't be some. It shouldn't time out. Hopefully, it'll just be a one-off item.
I hope so.
Yeah. Right.
That is. Maybe I think the camera holder was putting a little bit of pressure onto the screen, so it might have thought I was trying to do something.
Mr. Tweed.
Well,
I can guarantee you, mate, that I will always remember you as being like the first guy who's watched and commented in like a regular fashion. You're like the first person who ever like properly interacted with me on here, so we will remember you forever.
am I gone again?
Yes.
What is happening here?
He's gone again.
There's nothing touching the screen.
Is it like when
I'll
your
try,
screen times out?
No, my screen's not timing out. I'll restart Discord and whatnot and see if that does anything.
Okay, mate. Yeah, mate, that's the Maybe we couldn't paint Steam one day. What does that mean? Mr. Tweed, you're speaking in tongues. He's speaking a language yet undiscovered. Oh yeah, get that Agrax in there. Agrax is liquid talent, lads. Talentius liquidius. Oh yeah, it looks like the real Slim Shade now. Paint Steam? Paint Steam? What are we painting? How do you paint Steam? It's done again.
Why is it doing this? Why do you do this to me? It hands me a prank.
Oh, it's dyslexia playing up. James, what's it doing to you, bloody break? What are you doing to me, James, you bloody break? Already fucking got James.
It's not me, it's my phone. My phone's not liking this. I don't know why.
Have you got like a timeout function or some shit on your Discord settings?
I don't think so. If I do, it's not something that I've put on.
It really is.
I will give it a check.
It's really come together. I'm really happy we went with this blue. Maybe we couldn't paint Steam one day. Mr. Tweed, you're gonna have to tell me what you mean, mate. I'm none the wiser of that. Oh, we need a little belcher. Need a little bit of belch on here. Oh. It's painting. Oh, painting stream. Maybe we couldn't paint stream one day. Maybe we couldn't painting stream one day. Maybe we couldn't painting stream one day.
I think he's is he asking to maybe be on a stream one day? Because that would be good.
Oh, whoa! I think you're right. If that is what you mean, I don't see why not, mate. Be good fun. I mean, when we were like originally thinking about the idea of this thing, we were like, how cool would it be if we could get like people who watch to like come on? You know how like back in the day, or well, not back in the day, all the time, even today, but who the fuck listens to like the radio anymore? But on the radio, you know, you get the listeners in, they get to pop in and say some stuff and pop out again and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely offers things like that. That could be cool. Oh my god, some fucking red on the foot. Fuck. Yes. Then yes, Mr. Tweed. That would be lovely. One day when super rich and famous from painting Warhammer on YouTube. As we all know, it's a very lucrative industry and almost guaranteed to make you a rich man. It's the only reason I'm doing this. It's definitely not because of me crippling tism. But this is the cool thing about like small time YouTube, like you could join a stream with some like dude who's got like 1 million followers or 100,000 followers. You wouldn't get a look in unless they unless you gave them money and stuff, which I don't really feel comfortable with asking people for money. But yeah, you've got this level of interaction. You're here from the start, mate. That's a stamp. That's like you're part of the archaeology. Oh, Jimbo Jones, what's going on over here,
mate? This will show just how bad I am with technology. I don't even know where in the settings I need to find the bloody or the ruddy video settings.
Minimize it for now. Just popped you off for now. I'm not taking you off. I've just like minimized how big yours is compared to mine just for now. Get it figured out. Oh, whack whack. He's part of the furniture, mate. He's the door. He's the fucking legs of the table. How long does it take your bus journey to get to where it goes to? Obviously, where I live up in the wild hills of Northumberland, where like every single time you get on a bus, it's half an hour at least. But I suppose it's kind of a similar job in London because everybody moves at the rate that old people fuck because of how many people are on the streets and on the roads. .40 to be fair, that's a fair decent one. It took me 2 hours to get to college on the morning when I used to go to college. 2 hours to get there, 2 hours to get back. That was just fucking ridiculous. Stopped going after a while. Yeah, I bet they are, to be fair. They probably come like every 10 minutes. For us, it's like they'll come every 2 hours. The wastes of the north. Up in wastes at north. Yeah, mate, it was mental. I had to get up at 6 AM. Fucking horrible. Yeah, when I was growing up, Mum would beat us to death and resurrect us in the morning. Are you joking? That's paradise. Yeah, mate. Yeah, it'd be weird. It'd be like a strange decision to decide to drive if you lived in London, I imagine. It's almost like no point unless you're making frequent trips out into the rest of the country. He's turned out pretty well. I mean, I really do like the blue and the way the armor's turned out. Like, even given that it was literally just like progressively dry brushed with lighter tones, it's actually turned out to look quite nice. What's going on, Squiddy? What's going on? Yeah, they've got like clean air zones or something like that. Oh. Have you like Googled it or something? Googly. Sorry guys, we will be off to like a rolling bit of conversation by now, but we're just fucking sorting out these bastard fucking things. It took us 3 hours to try and figure out a way to like stream this video, and before we just fucking gave up and decided we were going to do Discord instead. So like technology has just been up against us from the minute we tried to do this today. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, what shall we do next on this fella? Everything's got its base colours on except that, so we do that. Yeah, do that. At least we can get you in until you... Oh, well, yeah, I can see you there. So... I'll pop you in.
Just hope that it holds.
Hey, I've got him back.
You're right. Technology is great until it's not.
Yeah, right.
It's great whilst it works, but the moment it stops working, it's the number one way to make me absolutely irate.
Well, you're back on the stream, mate. We got you. Hopefully it fucking...
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah. What?
Oh, my days. Seconds.
Mate, there's something about being in your house that makes technology not work properly. Something fucking very strange going on.
It's just...
Give it a Google. Like, why is my video dropping on Discord after like fucking seconds? Some hyper gay shit going on right now. I had a bloody shower beer and everything in preparation for this.
Weak hardware, it's not that. Poor internet connection, it could very well be that.
Well, I doubt it. It wouldn't just black screen me like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't just black screen. It would at least lag and stuff first.
Yeah, it didn't even do that in Skype days, let alone now. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a couple little bit I need to do with in the black. So, Mr. Tweed, what armies do you collect, mate? What's your Axis Mundi to the hobby? You feel like I don't know. I don't know what does Mr. Tweed collect? What do we think Mr. Tweed collects? Where's black? What's that?
It's only a man of class that likes tweed.
Yeah, he's very gentlemanly. Yeah. If you look at his channel
he's a
here,
gentlemanly man.
he's very much so on the gentlemanly class. I could see him as an Imperial Guard man.
I was thinking that.
I can see him as a man of the guard. That's my vote, cast, Mr. Tweed. You're the man of the guard. Am I wrong? Oh, that Corvus Black needs to be fucking binned. For fuck's sake. If I had a quid for every
Solid right.
If I had a quid for every Games Workshop paint that I have actually fucking used without it flying the fuck up.
See, I don't get that. That's not an issue I've ever had. That's just not an issue I've ever had, if I'm honest.
What, with them drying up?
Yeah.
Rich.
To be fair, I suppose I do thin them in the pot slightly when I get them. So maybe I just don't notice it as much, since there's like that extra mixer in. Because I'll usually, when I buy one, I'll put some war paints mixing medium into the pot
I'm not
itself.
that autistic. I don't think of things
just to sort of add a bit more extra volume to it.
The black ones are extra thick. I've just opened this. I've just opened this fucker, and it's like gel, and it's been sealed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you just get one little bit. Like, I don't know. It must be something about the way that I open them, or like fucking. I don't know. But yeah, we were right though, because Mr. Tweed says. So I was huge into 40k from 4th to I think 7th. Okay, that's excellent, mate. That was the glory days. That was like the absolute golden age. Absolute golden age of the game. It's primarily an Orc player. Evil Sons, mate. Same. I used to be an Evil Sons player as well in 8th edition. I'm now an Orc Admoons player. I've rebought the army. He tried getting back into 9th with Imperial Guard Krieg, but with how 10th is, he's paused playing for a bit, and he mostly plays and paint Trench Crusade. That's fair enough, mate. We're completely over it to one-page rules. Yeah, we're done with the game of 40k. It's just, you can't trust it anymore. It's like, it might, sure, like, they could bring out another edition, and it could be good upon release, but then, like, it can just turn around to be shit, like, 2 months down the line. So, we need something with a bit more stability, and just a bit more general funness, so. We're on OPR. I don't think we're ever going to look back. I think that alternating activations has just put the stake in the ground of it being a much better game system than a 40k. Have you tried OPR yet?
No commissions denied, so that's not that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've got some 3D printed Krieg guys that I haven't started on just yet. See if I can find. They're just here, actually. They're to hand. I'll show you the ones that I've got. They're the what do you call them? Are these
Are those
fuckers?
Iron Legion guys?
No, they're Krieg, but the what are they called, man?
No, because you get some. There's like a third-party guy who does Krieg-style models, and I think he labels them as Iron Legion or something. Or
Oh no, it's not that one.
I don't know. It might not quite be Iron Legion,
the
but something
Station
similar.
Forge one.
Oh yes, the Station Forge ones. I sent you a link to one of their artillery
Grimguard,
bits
that's
earlier.
it.
Grimguard. The Grimguard.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. These ones are. Do these ones look like they haven't been washed to you? I'm not quite sure if that residual stuff is unwashedness or just kind
I
of what
remember
you
you
get.
showing me them. They've got like this whiteness to them.
Yeah. They do. They do indeed. You don't need to give them a wash. Franco-Prussian War, so blue coats, red trousers.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. Obviously, my Krieg are a bit different. They're all camouflage. They're like, I'll show you one. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ, focus, you cunt. There we go.
What? No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You get the idea.
Why are
Just do that again. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, yesterday I was doing this guy. Who I've got loads of sandbags around because I wanted to make them all look like each one of these is like placed in a gun position. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little yeah. But anyway. Calgar. Ah yes, that's the other bit I need to hit with the blade. Oh. Ultimate concentration right now. That'll do. That'll do, big. Yeah, the stubbers are cool. Just something a little bit different other than the standard bolter. They're great. They offer a wider range of data sheets. Me and James, who's Squiddy by the way, we've kind of like, or we've always said that this game could heavily benefit the main game of 40k. And just to be honest, like general miniature wargaming in general could really benefit by utilizing other forms of dice other than the D6. Because the D6 is just inherently limiting in terms of like the scope of how different your weapons can be, how different the effects can be, armor penetration values, movement, leadership, whatever it is. If they just started bringing in D8s, D12s, D20s, they don't need to be all over the game, they don't need to be at the same volume as the D6s, but at least some implementation of a different amount of sides for some dice would just turn the game into just such a more varied, deep experience. What are you on with right now, James? What's going on?
I'm trying to, still trying to sort this out, but I'm not finding anything that's doing it.
Oh.
There's lots and lots of videos about people saying they've got fixes for this sort of thing, but none of them have worked yet. I've got one here for the
ChatGPT might be good
for the Android, but it's basing everything off of the old Android before the last OS update, and now everything's different. So I hate OS updates.
I'm gonna do the next colour on that. Piston red, that'll fucking do perfect. Yeah, we're gonna get these down. We'll get these more efficient and a bit more organised, laid out, and that'll be good. That'll be better. That'll be better. Concurrently each time as we
we'll get them working.
Figure out what the fuck is going on. Technical issues have just been all that there has been today. It would be too simple for it to just simply fucking work as advertised. You can almost guarantee that there's just going to be something that just goes wrong for no reason. Beautiful.
Oh, that's a fair point. Does my app need an update? That would be a very fair point.
I'll tell you what, Squiddy, let's just don't bother trying to fix it anymore. Let's just crack on.
Yeah. Saying that, my app does need an update actually, so I think that's it.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, the simplest of fixes seem to be it. Didn't think of that. Wow. I'm probably going to have to leave the call to do this.
Forget.
Yeah. I think I'll have to leave the call, but
okay,
I will be back in a couple of minutes. See you later. See you soon.
And while he's gone, I think we can all agree he's an absolute idiot. He's a liability. And he's going to run this entire operation into the ground, isn't he? I'm not joking. Me and Squiddy go way back. He's the first person that introduced me to Warhammer when we were 9 years old. He's the first person I ever played a game with. And well, he's been the person that I've played 90% of any games that I've ever played with. We play almost exclusively with each other. To a level where, like, we've got so many homebrew rules that we use that it's almost like a slightly different version of the game to pretty much anybody else. We have our own custom army book that we're working on in one-page rules, where we can field a Krieg force with, like, updated and expanded rules for the artillery and the order systems and the radios and stuff to just make it a bit more, like, realistic and just, yeah, having a bit more, like, tactical stuff involved with it. For instance, we've made it so artillery doesn't have only a 36-inch range in one-page rules, which is just really silly, to be honest. I don't know why that's even a thing. But we've also made it so you can choose what kind of shell you're going to fire out of it and choose what shell you're going to load into it for the next round. So it adds like a whole another level to use an artillery. And it also has like an extra pinning effect. So basically artillery just functions as it should do in real life. So when we're playing our games of guard versus guard, it's heavily involved. There's a lot more stuff going on. Purple, red, purple, red. It'll need another coat for sure. But we're on the right track. Front view for anyone who's just watched, anyone's just joined. How's everybody doing tonight, boys? Hey, watching right now. Thanks everybody for stopping by and sitting through all these issues that we've had. We'll get it going properly, and yeah. Hope everybody's doing good this fine Saturday evening. We'll be here pretty much every week, once or twice a week. So if you're looking for some people to crack on with while you're doing your bit of hobbying on a weekend by yourself, just come hobby with the homies, man. That's what it's about. I'd love for this to like feel and be like almost like a one big hobby room that we're all sat in and chatting. We've also got some really interesting guests lined up who are going to come on. We've got some friendly local game store guys who've worked at places like that. They're going to come on and talk about their experiences like that. We've got a guy who's a Ukraine war expert and a reporter who's going to come on and talk about his experience reporting on the Ukraine war, give us some information that's hard to come by and more complex, and yeah, that's going to be great. We've got some people who are like experts on military history, like tanks and things like that. So we've got some good stuff lined up, guys. So we kind of want this to be like, you come, you watch us do a bit of painting. We're kind of painting like some interesting miniatures, talking about that, talking about what's going on in a hobby. Maybe we're showing you things, little techniques and stuff. And you also like got some like entertainment value from some cool stuff that we've got to talk about, rather than us just kind of getting on here and rambling, which is, it's kind of going to be like that for a while, I think, though. So while we find our feet with this. All right. I think pretty much everything except from touch-ups is pretty much, except the bold of that red on that cape. Everything else is touch-ups and highlights now. Okay. Trying to get Squid logged back in. What's going on? I'm sorry, guys. We'll be back up and swinging in a second. Okay, James is going to be with us, Squiddy, sorry, is going to be with us very soon. Until then, I had a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Let me just remind myself what they were. So I'm just going to go around and touch up with that corn red, actually, while I remember what I was talking about, or what was on the top of my head. Yes. So I've kind of like think about this hobby in a weird way, and recently I've been thinking about this thing that every single wargamer does, especially that younger wargamer in you. that kid who first walked into the Games Workshop, who first found out what Warhammer was, and went in, especially back in the day, when you go and you see everybody painting all their miniatures there, and you'd go and see in the glass cabinets, you'd see those amazingly painted miniatures that would just fill you full of awe and wonder. You kind of like, when you entered the hobby, you kind of entered a little covenant with yourself. And I can guarantee you it's the same for everybody. But you told yourself that I can't wait to collect, and I'm going to paint my army, and I'm going to do them so well, and I'm going to pour loads of attention into them, and I'm going to do them awesome, I'm going to do them all in like a cool theme. But mainly you promised yourself that you were going to be one of those gamers who painted their force and had an army that you were proud of. And at the very least, you just promised yourself that you would actually paint them, rather than just collect them and just whatever. But obviously, like 90% of the time, that doesn't happen. That really doesn't happen. And most of us break that little sacred covenant with our child self, or just novice self if you got into this at a later stage. For me, I was 9 years old when I first found out about this, and I actually had a little promise to my grandmother, who got me my first big box, that I would in fact take the time and paint them up all really nice, and put effort into it and actually paint them nicely. I remember we were in the Games Workshop, and somebody had one of those giant Warhammer Fantasy Gargant Ogre giant things, and they had done all of their clothes in a beautiful patchwork, and it was amazing. It was amazing to see. And I think if that person hadn't have put so much effort into that model on that day for my family to come in and see, that maybe they wouldn't have been so eager to invest in the game for me. And so obviously I had that little promise between me and my grandmother and my mother that I would actually put the efforts in and paint these guys up. And I think that they saw that if I was going to put that effort in to paint my miniatures, they thought that maybe there's something worth it for me. But we tried to uphold this covenant with ourselves by telling ourselves things like, it may be expensive, but we get a lot of physical hours out of this. One miniature is tens of hours of painting if it's a big miniature, or it's tens and dozens of hours playing the game. But most of us have it inbuilt into our covenant, well, at least a lot of us, that I don't want to field grey miniatures. So you never start seeing that return unless you've bought the miniature, built it, painted it, basted it, and fielded it. I'd love to know what percentage of miniatures bought have been fielded. And then I'd love to know what percentage of miniatures bought across the world have been painted and fielded. And then what even smaller amount have been painted, based, and fielded. It's a small number. That's a lot of broken covenants. So anything that I can do to help myself uphold this covenant with myself is, well, something worth doing. And I'm always looking for ways to make that end result more achievable, that fully finished, painted base miniature that I can then field. But it's easier said than done, because the next thing comes on. You'll get enraptured with the idea of the next unit that you want to do in this cool way. And you'll buy the next box before you finish the one that's in front of you. And it's a shame. No matter how many times you do it, you never bloody learn either, that's the thing. You never learn. Right, where the fuck is that origami gold? Lilo Brand, not you. So retribute, there you are. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a lot of people that reach that. It's kind of like the holy ground is, yeah, the finished, fully painted army. It's yeah, I had it with Skitari when I played those, but I boxed that off and sold it away, unfortunately, when I needed the money. That's very sad. Because they were pretty damn well painted as well. I put a lot of effort and time into those. Belisarius Call. I had like a 3,000 point army of just Admech in it. Well, we know how expensive they are, especially now. So, yeah. Was a sad day. But I'm back now, and I've got, well, a much higher income than I had back then, so I think we're good. That's not me fapping, by the way, this is me shaking a paint. Oh, yeah. Are you going to be doing any hobbying tonight, Mr. Tweed? Pardon me. I'm just about to start highlighting my golds with some auric armor gold. A bit more of a shake, I think. Let's see what Dingo Dog say. That's more like it. Alright, let's begin. So, I'm going to use this auric armor gold. Touch up the edges of this this here goldenness, catching all those bits that would be like the old light. Don't want to get too crazy on this. Don't think it needs that much. Just a little suggestion. Oof, too much there. Okay, this will be interesting, this bit. Let's water that down a little bit. So, at the top of these actually. So yeah, I ended up going with this lighter blue. There was a long time ago. There's a battle report on I feel like it was Striking Scorpion, or was it something dark minis or something? A long time ago, years ago, and somebody was playing Ultramarines. I know usually I'd never click on a video that says Ultramarines unless it's got something to do with a faction that I actually do like. But the paint job on these Ultramarines at the time, it caught my eye. I never thought I'd say that. But they were absolutely glorious, and it was in a much lighter variation of blue than what you usually see the Macraggy boys in. It was very similar to this. I just thought it worked so much nicer, and actually right there made me want to collect my own Ultramarines. Now, I'm not going to be collecting Ultramarines. I've got my teeth too deeply sunk into some better, in my opinion, factions, and my bandwidth is not great enough to be taking on something else right now. So this is about as close as I'll get to collecting Ultramarines. Marneus Calgar's a special boy. That looks great. Excellent. Excellent. That gold's looking actually, it's looking very drippy. Oh yeah. Got myself a little bit of gold on his fist there. But it's no big deal because you can clean it away with a bit of wetness. Wonderful. So yeah, you can really see the difference between this and that now. It really looks like gold. Instead of like, that looks almost bronzy. And that looks like gold now. Excellent. Right, let's see if we can get Dingo back in. Look at it, Squiddy. Pardon me. Alright, thank you very much, Sinful Seraph, for telling me my Calgar is coming along nicely. Alright, so, and Mr. Tweet says, I think the last time I played with a fully painted army was a Warhammer event in Warhammer World back in 2012. Yes, mate. And I bet you'll remember that for the rest of your life, mate. And maybe not just so for the fact that it was Warhammer World, but yeah, for the fact that you had that fully painted army, mate. It changes, man. The day that you base that last miniature of that force and you put them all on the table, it's just amazing, dude. And it just like, once you've done it, yeah, it makes you want to do it with every single thing that you have. I'm kind of like at the point where... Oh, he's back! Hello!
I'm back. Let's hope I can stay this time.
Okay. Let's pop him on. Let's slide me up out the way. He's back. And maybe here to stay this time.
Let's hope so. So I don't know what else I can do.
Yeah, mate. If it doesn't work, if you pop off again, you're just going to be a voice for the rest of the time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine.
Just teething issues with the first stream.
We shall get there. So yeah, I was just talking about the stream in general earlier on, but I think now that you're back on it, I think we'll just give it another talk again of what you can expect if this is somewhere that you'd like to drop in the future for whatever reason. If you decide that you like the cut of our jib when it's working. I like the idea of this being like almost like a hobby room that's gonna run like weekly, maybe twice a week, depending on like just availability. And I kind of want this to feel like a space where you can come and hang out while you do your hobbying. I like to, when I do things like this, I like to talk to people, especially people who are doing the same kind of thing as me at the same time. Some of my favourite painting sessions are sessions that I've done at Games Workshop. I've gone and taken all my guys down and we've had a little bit of a chin wag while we painted. So if this is something that we can recreate like that, if that's something we can recreate with this, that's what we're after doing, really. I want you guys to feel like you're part of the furniture and you can come and drop in and have a good little experience. I want you to feel like you're hobbying with the homie. That's pretty much how we can boil it down. It's easier said than done. We want to have guests on as well. I've talked to a couple people who would be very interesting to have on. One was a guy who's he reports on the Ukraine war, So he knows a lot about that kind of thing, and I'd love to get him on. He said he's eager and willing. So we've just got to set that up with him, and we'll get him on, and we'll provide some entertainment value beyond Warhammer while you're doing your hobbying. Obviously, part of it would be tuning in to have a look at what it is that I'm physically doing, or what Squiddy's physically doing, working on his Lehman Russ tanks today. I would also be talking to somebody like radio show style, and getting into the nitty gritty of whatever it is that they're an expert in, whatever they've got information in, just to kind of like give you like a double-sided bit of entertainment. Because most people, when they're painting, they probably put on lore or some other kind of video, but you can't watch a painting guide or a painting thing and listen to lore at the same time and paint, really. So if we could offer all of those things, like a feeling of sitting with your mates, watching a painting guide, and getting some kind of entertaining talk at the same time, or information or whatever, yeah, that would be awesome. So yeah, that's what we're trying to cultivate, really. This also gives me a really good outlet and reason to actually get rid of that pile of shame and start working.
Yeah, I know that I'm the type of person. I sort of need something sort of work towards to be able to really get the motivation to move through my pile of shame at a consistent rate.
Yes, yeah.
Because I'm very happy to just sit. Yeah. Well, you know better than anyone. I'm very happy to just sit down and do a little bit here and a little bit there, but actually sitting down and just sitting, painting for a decent amount of time, consistently, multiple times a week, is just something. I don't know. I just don't quite get the motivation to do. Except for in some phases where it's the only thing that I do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if we can cultivate some kind of regular space where we're doing this all the time with people who come on and share that experience with us, it's going to be all the more enjoyable and all the more easy to keep up with. I've got an exterior reason to paint Warhammer. That'd be grand. Okay, that's the gold done. Come out quite nicely. Happy with that. Nice. Nice little bit there. Tink. Tink. Done. Okay. He's nearly there. He's certainly on the way. Let's check the stream. See if anyone said anything.
Fucking you.
I somehow forgot my stomper there, so I had to get my dad to drive me all the way back there. Holy shit, all the way back there from London. Holy shit, man. Nottingham to London, that's a fair mission. That's like a 5-hour drive.
That's not just up the road.
Yo, that's crazy, dude. I've got a stomper, and this goes back to the bloody pile of shame, man. I've got a stomper in a box unbuilt. Let me see if I can.
To be fair, we shouldn't call it a pile of shame.
No,
all the
what
best,
should we call
all
it?
the best people call it the pile of potential. Pile of potential is what you call it
Pile of
whenever your significant half starts raising a suspicious eyebrow.
Oh, I can use that. Oh, nice. I popped out the chat so I can see it from the other window. That's good. Excellent. Excellent. So, where are we with you, Mr. Calgar? So, one more little lick of red paint on that coat, and then we can start putting some highlights on it. Start making it look like something. What's the move tomorrow then, mate? What do you think we should have a game or something?
Yeah, we can do something tomorrow. I'll be down for a game.
Why not, eh? There's only so many days left. It's now 3 days till D-Day. We're referencing the fact that my firstborn child is going to be born in 3 days, so we're just trying to make the most in of being irresponsible and not thinking about things like that. It's funny, the closer I get, the less real it feels, and I thought it would be the other way around. I think once I get that, oh shit, my water's broke, then it'll become real. But bloody hell, I'm a greybeard now.
That's when it'll all come flooding in. Getting that message or that call if you're out saying, "Oh, Sorley, oh, Relicky, I think my water's about to break."
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, shit. I'm taking a straight 2 weeks off when he's born, so, yeah, that's going to be quite nice.
What you've got to do is the day of the due date is make sure you're out at the pub so that you're too drunk to be able to go and drive her to the hospital.
That sounds
and that way you've got an excuse.
Perfect.
Yeah. But she'll definitely forgive you for that.
Yeah. Forgive me for anything, man.
It's what all responsible fathers to be do.
I did say, could I just sit in the pub next door and just wait until it's all done with? And just come in, get him washed up, let me come in and see him there. I don't want to see all the behind the scenes bollocks. That's a joke, by the way, guys. I'm not sure I can.
I'll have to put up with all the screaming. It's like,
yeah, I don't want to put up with the bad bit. I just want to see the baby.
Yeah. Just want to see the positive outcome. Don't want to see the work that's required.
Oh, absolutely, bloody well. Yeah, absolutely don't. No chance. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, don't ask how. I forgot. My lass is listening downstairs. Yeah, don't ask how I forgot. The biggest orc model I have. I wasn't the sharpest tool in the box back in those days. I just saw the old paintball bots in the background. That brings back some memories. Oh, what on James's, on Squiddy's one? Yeah, man, those old Citadel ones. James, bring one of them in at the foreground, quick.
Which ones?
The old paint pots. Mr. Tweed was saying that they're bringing back memories.
Oh, these boys.
Oh man, I love them. He's still got a snot green, I think.
You've got a snot green, fiery orange. This has to be one of my favourites.
And do you know what? They're still going beautiful to this day.
Oh yeah. I mean, listen to that. Dripping.
Absolutely drizzing.
It's that Army Painter mix. The Army Painter mix works wonders for keeping your paints in order. I can't recommend picking up a couple bottles of that stuff enough. It's so good.
Of the what? Sorry.
The Army Painter War Paints mixing medium. Gonna get in focus. It's absolutely amazing for keeping your paints in good order. Because I'm a bit heretical in that once my paint's in the pot gets so low, I'll just water the paint down, or I'll just fill the rest of it up with the war paints mixer to the usable point, and that way I don't have to risk putting my tracks in the paint that I've got working out of. Doesn't get all dry and end up wasting loads on the palette. It's just a bit quicker and easier, and I am one of the world's laziest men when it comes to painting. You wouldn't think it with the amount of edge highlights I've done with towel, but that's only because I've had them for years now.
Oh, James, you've gone again, mate.
Oh, lasted longer that time.
It did.
It did last
But
longer that time.
what the fuck?
That could be a network issue, to be fair, for that one, since that one, because it does come and go here on my internet.
It's not that your phone locked or anything, is it?
No, screen's still on. I've got the yeah, no, it's all going, all on, fine.
Oh goodness, we're just gonna have to get them off again. Oh, Squiddy, it's just not working for him.
It's just not working. No, we'll have to do some proper troubleshooting at the end of this and
It's just not
see
going for him.
what the issue really is.
Okay.
Lasted 15 minutes
so
that time.
I read something today. It was a comment. It was like a picture of somebody who had a very extensive Horus Heresy book collection, and they said, "I've finally finished all of the Horus Heresy series. I've collected them all and all this stuff." And they were like, "Oh, cool. Are they any good?"
Why?
And he went, "No."
Yeah, that's about right.
People say that there's maybe only about 10 books, there's however many there is, loads of them. There's only 10 or so that are relevant, or 20 that are actually relevant, and then only 4 which are any good. Do you think that that's something that you could probably agree with, having actually read them?
I mean, I've read and listened to maybe about 20 or so from the Heresy. And I've gone through most of the Primarch series as well, and they are very hit and miss, the Primarch series. Yeah, most of the Heresy stuff you can skip.
Yeah.
Once you've read the opening trilogy, you can just sort of skip around to wherever you want, so long as you've got a good enough, background knowledge of the lore. I wouldn't go through them one by one.
So if somebody was to ask you the plain question of should I bother reading the Horus Heresy books, what would you say?
Oh, it's not a simple yes or no. It's a yes, but with caveats. It's a yes, but with some very big caveats.
Well, it's funny because you say this I don't want to start reading the Game of Thrones books because there's no real good thinking. I suppose maybe that's not very good.
There's no way. Well, no, it's the reason I don't want to start them is because he's never going to finish writing them.
No, probably not. No.
It's you can see he's never going to finish writing them. So I'm not going to bother starting them. If I want anything based around them, there's a TV show which is good for 4 seasons, then middling for the next 2, and kind of shit for the last 2, especially the season 8. That's just famous.
Yeah, the season 8 is just absolutely It's not even
that's just.
I don't think anybody likes it.
It's not even Game of Thrones, really. Not when you compare it to the previous ones. But then, if I want anything else, I can can just watch some videos on it. I can watch some videos of people talking about it, and then I'm getting all of the best bits, and I don't need to sit through Daenerys, just
like the
bring
Horus
the
Heresy.
entire thing to a halt. It is a bit, yeah. It's about equal to
That's what I was
Horus Heresy
trying
in
to
that
say.
way.
I'd say
Because I'd say with the Horus.
There you go.
Sorry. Because I was going to say, I'd say with the Horus Heresy, read the opening trilogy, do Flight of Eisenstein, Fulgrim. So I think that's actually the first 5 books. Do the first 5, and from there just go wherever the hell you want, because there are some really good books, but there's some absolutely atrocious ones mixed in as well.
For the ones that are bad, what is it that makes them bad? Is it just like a general badly written, or is it just like kind of like they just focus on things that just aren't really actually that entertaining?
A bit of both. Some of them are just terribly written, especially some of the short stories. But then again, some of the short stories are some of the best bits as well. The Iron Within is an incredible short story. That's just great.
Kind of reminds me of Naruto filler.
Yeah, it is yes. Except this is filler that actually affects the rest of the universe. Like, if anybody's read, is it The Reflection Cracked or The Mirror Cracked? Whoever's read that has just had a shiver go up their spine at the mere mention of that book. Because it is atrociously bad. It destroys the character of Fulgrim. Absolutely destroys the character of Fulgrim. And the last hour of the book is, to put it quite kindly, is just homosexual torture porn.
Right, okay. I wasn't expecting
that. No, neither was I. Neither was I when I put it on. I wasn't expecting it either. How do you think I felt when it started going on? Oh, yeah, when they pulled out the Pope's hat or whatever it's called, the Pope's pear or something.
What the fuck?
It's a pear-shaped thing that is inserted and then opens up like flower
Why is that
petals.
in the fucking 40k book?
I don't know. In Fulgrim,
of course,
rather than it being torture, he's just, yeah. He spends basically the last hour of the book just moaning to himself.
Really?
Yeah. He spends the last hour of the book just moaning to himself, and then he's got like all 6 of his like main captains and Fabius Bile.
Sorry, mate. What kind of moaning? Like gay sex moaning?
It starts off as like pain sort of stuff, but then he sort of partway through he kind of drops his act and he starts just going like outright pleasure.
Okay, hold on. Does the guy who's reading the audio book do the moans?
No, not really. He's just described as like making moans, but that almost makes it worse because then he's left up to your imagination a bit.
No. Outline it clearly, please.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining, like, when you said the last like hour is just him moaning to himself, I just honestly thought you were talking about an hour straight of the fucking guy riding audio, which going, oh, oh.
No, because then that would actually almost be amazing. That would turn it from the worst thing ever to actually just being kind of amazing. Just for the sheer like balls that it would take to actually do that.
I'd like, if there was a book cover for that, I just want a really zoomed in picture of Fulgrim smiling, and it's called, the title is just Fulgrim busting nuts.
Fulgrim busting nuts at his captain.
Or it's from the first, it's just like, oh my god, I'm on a nut.
I'm about a nut. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm about a nut. Oh my god. Fuck's sake.
No, because if I can have a little rant about that book, like not even including that, because that's just some of the worst shit ever. But before that book, because that short story, I think, was in the first anthology of like short stories, like the first compilation that they put out, which comes really early on in the Heresy, like within the line of everything. But before that, obviously, like his legion doesn't know that he's been possessed by a demon at that point.
Right.
And the first hour of it is kind of is one of the main characters, Lucius the Eternal, kind of figuring it out. There's a bit where Fulgrim's just doing this big mad display in the Great Hall in front of everyone, and he's like really crappily like manipulating one of his other his like first captain, who says something along the line. I can't even remember what he says, but he basically like manipulates him really shittily into saying something, and he does this super flamboyant, over the top, like literally goes, "Oh, my own captain would betray me," and then like swipes his head off with one swipe of his sword before and it then flies through the air and lands in this big tank of like vat of wine. It's very over the top. It's really over the top, which kind of makes it great because it's just so comically stupid.
I'm literally just imagining him as Louis Spence now.
It is very Louis Spence.
What kind of voice is he voiced with? Does he sound like Alan Carr?
In his more dramatic moments. Because he's still a Primarch and he's still got a bit of gravitas to him, but you can see that it's cracking, and you see it's all like the act is starting to fall apart as the demon who's inside of him is like, just sort of like getting a bit too into what he's doing.
Right. Okay. Where is Fulgrim in the 40k?
Quite well written. Sorry.
Where is Fulgrim in 40k?
In Slaanesha's Sex Palace.
Oh, really? Oh.
Although, actually, no, he got a model a while ago. He got a model for 40k a while ago, so I think he's back, actually.
Slaanesha's Sex Palace.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I mean, what else is a palace going to be?
Busting nuts in Slaanesha's Sex Palace. God.
It's where Ram Ranch comes from.
I bet he promises all his followers 1,000 virgins.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like, yeah.
I bet he was doing some heinous shit to the servitors when no one was looking.
Well, it's one of those. I think I'd honestly rather be taken captive by a Night Lord than an Emperor's children.
Right.
Because a Night Lord,
let's do a little impromptu scene right here. I'm gonna play. Fucking what's his face? Fucker, we're just talking about. Okay, fucker. Fuck.
Fulgrim?
What's his? Fulgrim. That's it. I'm gonna play Fulgrim. I want you to. You're gonna play like a tech priest biologist. Okay, right.
I don't like this.
I walk into the room.
Already.
I'm gonna knock on the door. Hello, Mr. Tech Priest. I have an assignment for you. I need you to make me a special servitor. Are you aware, with an ancient Terran goddess called Megan Fox, I want a perfect skin graft over the... You can pick whatever servitor you need, but I need a perfect skin graft of ancient Terran Megan Fox with a fully pulsating vagina. 7 speeds at least. Can you do this for me?
Yes, Lord Fogan, and anything so that I don't have to turn myself into it.
Now don't you skip on the breasts. Those breasts be looking like
I remember them.
oxen udders.
They must be perfect.
Yeah, feast your eyes upon my own breasts. It shall be modelled after the like. Psychically turns his fucking pecs into a pair of fucking triple F chebs. Fucking hell, I should actually put the miniature in front of the thing so you can see what I'm painting. Yeah, it didn't take us long for this to just evolve into just absolute fucking...
It did not take long for this to just derail. To be fair, just to finish that little rant off.
This is something.
Was there
I'm glad you're just sitting nice and he's just sitting in the corner, probably cracking on with whatever they're doing, and then just chiming in when we start method acting forward. I made a little mistake there. I'm gonna have to wash that off.
In fact, I think one of the worst things about one of the main reasons the reflection crack really grinds my gears is because to understand one of the best books in the entire Horus Heresy, you have to have read that book to understand what's going on.
Right, okay.
So it's Angel Exterminatus, because a massive part of Angel Exterminatus is that the basic story is that Fulgrim and Perturabo go to join forces, and they go to this planet to retrieve this, like an ultimate weapon, basically.
Right. Okay.
And as part of that, Fulgrim has all these shards of glass, or mirror, bits of mirror, which he collects in the first half of the Reflection Craft.
Okay.
But for you to understand any of that, which is a really big part of the book, you have to have read the Reflection Cracked. Which is the worst thing ever. So not only does it ruin the character of Fulgrim, take away any chance of redemption that his character had, because before that there was a big theory that he was gonna he had half of his soul inside the painting in Lafanice, in the big hall of Lafanice, which is inside his flagship. So there was the theory that you'd have the demon Fulgrim, and you'd have a redeemed Fulgrim coming back to the Imperium to fight for the Emperor, which would have been one of the coolest things ever. The perfect son returned to right the wrongs of his legion. It would have been awesome.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
But no, for literally no reason, they reveal in the Reflection Cracked, like halfway through him being torture porn, that it's actually him. So up until that point, we think it's the demon that's in him. But then halfway through the torture porn scene, he reveals, oh yeah, no, I'm actually just Fulgrim, and I've been loving this because I'm just a deranged fuck. Not because I've got a demon in me. Not because I've been inside of a demon painting. No, I just love this shit.
Mr. Tweed says it's the ultimate weapon of marital aid.
The ultimate weapon is his marital aid.
You know, the thing is about fucking marital aids, lads. Let's fucking rip the band-aid off here. Fucking marital aids.
You'll be needing one of them soon, lad.
If a woman has a... if a woman... a woman has a marital aid, as it is, no one bats a fucking eye. Right? But second, I want a half-torso Megan Fox triple-speed pulsating pussy 3 meter squirting fucking interchangeable quick cleaning fucking marital aid. Everybody's like, dude, you're a fucking creep. And I'm like, what the fuck, guys? I think I'm pretty fucking reasonable here in what I'm after. But, you know, what can you do?
No. Yeah. I mean, a woman can get the biggest, veiniest, most spinny round, vibrating beads at the base, everything going on marital aid. Motherfucker, I start a collection of fleshlights and suddenly
Heaven forbid a homie use a flannel.
Yeah. Heaven forbid, I get a nice selection of different size, shapes and coloured fleshlights. God, heaven forbid. Just because I want to spice up my life here and there, come on.
Heaven forbid a young boy get a bit of motion.
Yeah. Sometimes the right hand just doesn't cut it anymore. And there's only so many times you can sit on your left hand to numb it, you know, before even that gets boring.
That's such a classic. I think everybody's tried that. I've tried that once.
Yeah, everybody's tried it. I never did successfully.
No,
No, it just ends up, your hand just flops about too much.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just, yeah, doesn't work.
Yeah. I don't have the articulation with my left hand enough.
Lovely tassels. Oh, yes. Yeah, Fulgrim has taken over this stream, mate. Yeah, absolutely has. Like, the only thing that's off limits on this channel is divisive politics. That's all we're trying to stay clear of.
Since we're in Britain, we will get arrested for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's
yeah,
not
so
get
you can't
started.
please everybody when you talk about that kind of stuff.
Let's just not get started on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
also
yeah.
Obviously, with us being affiliated with a local business, we don't want to misrepresent them in any way that they might feel like they don't want to be represented in. So, yeah, it's just respectful.
Yeah,
I'm a respectful gentleman, as you guys can fucking tell. Okay.
Fulgrim talk's acceptable. It's technically law.
Yeah, so we're just discussing law, hypotheticals, and so on and so forth. Absolutely, James. You've hit it on the head.
I need
Law masters.
I need to drill my barrels.
There's a really funny thing that one of my non-Warhammer friends said to me once when he found out that I did Warhammer. At first he showed like a mild interest and asked me a couple of questions about it. And he said, you know, I always thought it looked quite cool, but it's a lot of money for graft. And that hit me, that did. I was like, fucking hell, mate, you're right. It is a lot of money for a lot of graft. They've got us so well conditioned to just like do all the work and pay all the money.
You'll pay all the money just for graft, and you'll be happy about it.
You'll be fucking pleased
You'll
about
be
it,
fucking
mate.
pleased about it. You'll be
You
fucking
take
pleased
these
about
fucking
it.
boxer boys. They're no belt. Right? Take them home. There's your clippers. There's your glue. That'll be £100. Yeah, go fucking make them yourself.
That's a cheap trip to that's a cheap trip to the hobby store.
Yeah, it is a cheap trip to go.
Yeah, fortunately, it actually is. Especially
Red
compared to
October
the last
Games
few
and get
times I've been to
25% off
Red.
link, guys. It doesn't have to be so expensive anymore. Get yourself on the fucking link, lads. It's pinned comment. You need anything. Wargaming, 40k, da-da-da. Games Workshop, 25% off. Cheapest in Britain. And it's always like that. It's not just like a sale or anything. And you support the channel. Any single bit of affiliate money that I get is going straight onto buying treats for my dog and 2 cats. So, yeah, it's all to a good cause, boys.
The worst part about it is you just have to be really self-controlled.
In what
You have to be really Well, the worst part about them being so cheap is the self-control you have to have.
Yes. It is, yeah. Knowing that,
I'll tell you right now,
I can't get it cheaper anywhere else. Yes, it does. It does alleviate you of a bit more cash.
Yeah. But yeah, it's up to now. I've never, in all my years of 40k, I've never actually had a pile of shame in terms of unbuilt models. It's always been my thing. Whenever I get a box, I'll go home and I'll build it, because that's my favorite bit of the entire hobby, is building the models. Like, I had an entire Lehman Russ that I didn't even know I had, because I bought so much stuff since then from them. That's how cheap it is. I've been buying so much stuff that I've been forgetting what I've bought.
It is great. Yeah. Obviously, everywhere does a bit of a discount, but 25% off all the time on everything is just fucking lovely.
It's so good. I mean, I got the is it the Kazakin, the new Kazakin box? How much was that?
£30 down from just. They're quite expensive, those boxes, mine.
Yeah. It's the Kill Team box. It's one of the more expensive Kill Team boxes. At that, I think it was £32, but I think it's like nearly 40 these days. Like that one, or 37.50. I'm not. Might be. I bought a Manticore in like 12 pence at the same time. I can't remember. That's how good a deal they give you. You get entire squads and vehicles and paints when you're there, because the deal's that good. Whereas normally I'm the type of person I'd keep it to one box.
Yeah, it does. It's fucking nice. Okay.
And I think they've just had a bit of an expansion in the shop as well. I saw today.
The more shelves have whacked up now.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everybody. We've got 9 concurrent viewers. That's the highest we've had so far on the stream. Hello, everybody who hasn't been addressed. It's nice for you to join us this evening as we paint, or I paint the brand new Marenus Calgar. And Squiddy, the other voice that you can hear, is he's cracking on with some Lehman Russes. He was in the stream earlier on, but we've just been having some difficulties today. So it's just me that you can see. I'm sure we'll get it figured out for the next time that we're on. But yeah, welcome to Hobby with the Homies, boys. We're getting there with this guy now. We could just keep going and going and bloody going with this miniature.
See, I'm making Fox.
What about Megan Fox? What about Megan Fox?
I was saying, you were just, because you were saying, I could just keep going and going and going.
Oh, just like Megan Fox.
Just to bring it back around. Bring it back around.
Yeah, you'd still be fucking mushing a floppy in. Fucking hours into it. Just mushing on a floppy.
Oh, and you tried so hard to get away from that conversation. You put such a good effort in.
Oh yeah, that's lovely. So, what we reckoning for tomorrow's game? What are you wanting to bring?
Well, lemons are always good, but we did that last time.
You did. You didn't bring
Could
your
always do
Rogel,
more.
though.
Could always. No, I didn't bring my Rogel. And I've got my Bane.
And you got your Bane.
If we want to do a really big game, because you've
Why
got
not?
enough tanks to make up
Oh,
the
yeah,
point
I've got enough.
difference of the Bane Blade easily.
Oh yeah, dude, I'll be up for that.
So that'll be quite good, I reckon.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. I'm up for that little tank battle tomorrow. Big tank battle. I was wondering if at some point we might decide to make a battle report. That could be quite cool. We did do one years
that
ago,
could be good.
but one where we're actually trying to make it good would be really good.
Oh, speaking of the Kazakins, I'm just sat here with a box at the end of my desk. I really want to. Since the camera's off, I might get a little build on them.
Go for it. Or, I mean, if you're feeling it would be nice to see some more progress on what the tanks. To be fair, I'd like to see some on your well, maybe you probably need to just like finish one at a time, otherwise you'll probably feel like you're getting nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, but yes, I think so.
Yeah, this guy's coming along really nice. Excellent. How long have we been running for? We've been going for... God knows, how do you find out? 98 minutes. 100 minutes.
I've got it on here. No, it just says live.
Alright. Store chat. Okay.
I just drilled the barrels in the Lehman, and I love the drill which Army Painter does. It's really good. The only problem with it is the box that the drill bits come in is an absolute pain in the ass. It's just whoever produces the
everybody
actual
up
box
to?
that they build
Sorry,
is
James,
not
to cut
great.
you off, but I just want to know what Mr. Tweed and Simple Seraph, the guys who are in the chat, who's been in this whole time, pretty much. So what are you guys actually up to right now? You guys hobbying right now? Sorry, James, go on. Army
it's all good.
Oh yeah, that you let me use that. Yeah, I actually used that on the marneus here. That did a pretty good job on his little guns here, as you can see.
That's a risky one for a first time use of it.
Right.
I suppose. To be fair, as a carpenter, you should be able to use a drill.
Yeah, should be.
I'd be disappointed if you'd mess it up.
Yeah. I'm sorry to tell you guys, but this isn't actually my job. I am a carpenter in real life.
Drilling the barrels adds so much.
Oh yeah, it does.
Because the thing is, if you look on a GW box of miniatures, all of the models have drilled barrels. So the guys at GW who paint them, they're drilling all of the barrels, but they're not providing you with a model pre-drilled.
Yeah, it's very funny that there isn't a Citadel little hobby drill. That's actually quite because it's just a little hand tool.
Because I understand they've got big restrictions in terms of being able to make things for having to make everything suitable for kids, which is why the mold line scraper is the way that it is, and is the way that it's just not very ergonomic. It's not very nice to use, and the reason that it's designed in that way is because the guy who was making it had so many restrictions put on him. It couldn't have any sharp sides in case a kid cut themselves. It couldn't have this and that. And so for the restrictions he had, he's actually done a really good job. It's the one tool that GW has made which gets slated by pretty much every single person who's ever picked one up. There's a little part of me that almost feels bad for him. Almost.
Just almost. They used to do a drill, says Mr. Tweed. He's playing Euro Truck Simulator 2. That's his relaxing time. And he thinks he has the old Games Workshop wire foam cutter. Wow, that's not something I thought was a thing.
Oh, damn. No.
You must be a true veteran, Mr. Tweed. True veteran.
True veteran of the hobby.
That face. Excellent. Now, just to finish off that face, this is how I like to do my flesh. So, I did it with like a Cadian flesh tone, and then Gilliman flesh, and oh goodness, some kind of wash, and then I've done the highlights for the face with Screaming Skull, and now that I've put those highlights on, it looks too highlighted, but that's cool because what I add to it now is Reichland Flesh Shade Gloss. So the reason I use the gloss is because, well, the skin is shiny, and it should be a different tone to the stuff around it, which is like plasteel, metal, gold, whatever. So I like to give it a slight little bit of shine. So I'll like water this down just a touch, maybe like 3 parts to 1 part water. Make sure that's really nicely mixed around. And I'll apply it on. It'll just kind of like drop it and bring everything together. And that is how I like to do my faces. There you go. That's good enough for me. Oh, mate. The Battle for McCrag starter box. He's been playing on and off since 2004 with the Battle for McCrag starter box. Dude, that was amazing.
Oh,
do you know,
yeah.
by today's standards, it's a terrible box, right? But back in the day, I've got so much nostalgia and love for that box, man. It's just, it was so cool.
That was the box at the time. So I remember we had a Warhammer club in middle school, and everybody had either that, and then everybody had the Battle for McCrag box. And then I think whilst we had the club, that's when Blackreach came out.
I think
so a couple
no,
people
Blackreach
got
was a
that.
little bit after.
was a little bit after, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Black Reach was
Because I
great.
remember everybody using those. Literally everyone had the terrain from Battle for Macron.
Yeah.
I think I
everyone's
ended
got
up with like 2 sets of the stuff.
Yeah, we've got 2 or 3 between 2 of us.
And there's those little electrical fence pylon things that they had as well that none of us ever knew how they worked. I just
We
remember
decided they
used
were
to
a
use
force
them as
field
a-
generator.
Yeah, it was like a force field that you couldn't get through to just block areas off.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Just
Definitely.
making up rules.
Yeah. Oh, that was the thing, man. Oh, wow, that was crazy. I just went into my box with over 100 different Citadel paints to pull out the right one. The first one my hand landed on was the one I was after. That's not something that happens very often.
The God Emperor's with you.
He is painting Calgar. Just gonna do the base of this guy, and then with it being about to be 9:30, I think we'll probably call it a day on this one.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah. I know, right?
I'm glad I ate right before coming down.
Yeah, 2 hours I think will be long enough for a stream. I have to go actually attend to my physical needs. That's not to be an innuendo. I just look like a bit.
I was going to say we have been talking about Fulgrim.
No, my 6-speed Megan Fox skin grafted servitor unfortunately hasn't come in stock just yet. So I'll settle for
I've
a
got
bag of
mine on
crisps and
pre-order.
TV.
I've got mine on pre-order for when the shop's doing. I've got another. I've heard rumours of a Sydney Sweeney model coming out as well.
Yeah, a Sydney Sweeney battle system.
Mate, that'll be game over.
Sydney Sweeney can do no wrong.
She could do no wrong.
Except my cock.
Wouldn't be very wrong though, would it?
No.
No, let's not get started. Okay.
I've decided. I wonder if you can. No, probably not. If you can buy a musket, but no, probably not. I'd love to own a musket. Just bust it off. Take it outside.
I'm sure we could make one. I'm sure we could make one easy enough. I mean, you can make a shoulder-mounted mortar pretty easily.
Well, that is going to do it for me. I've got
making
as much time on that as I'm going to get done today.
It's just making it without it turning into an episode of Four Lions. Go and get them buying bleach with a different disguise every 10 minutes. Just covering up different bits of your face.
Me and Squiddy are going to be linking up tomorrow for a game of one-page rules. We'll be having a large tank battle. Maybe I'll take some pictures and I'll upload them as posts. But if you've joined in this evening, thank you very much. You've made it all very much so worth it for us to come on and do this. Yeah, we couldn't thank you enough. Especially Mr. Tweed and Sinful Seraph, who are going to be in the history books as some of the first guys who have been routinely coming on here and dropping a bit and showing a bit of love. So thank you very much for that, gentlemen. You're a VIP. Absolute VIP up in the hobby with the homie sphere, and it's been great that we've found some people who have been willing to listen to us ramble on about a whole bunch of fuck. So thank you very much everybody who's tuned in for the evening. As always, Red October Games, 25% off everything, links in the description. Go get it if you need it, and have a lovely rest of your weekend, guys. Thank you very much. Anything from your screen, mate?
Yeah. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. Mr. Tweed, it's been good seeing you. I heard about you on the last one. Well, I think I was in the comments with you. Yeah, it's very nice to see you, and I hope you all tune in next time as well. We'll try and keep it a little less. Try and keep the talk a bit less degenerate next time.
No, we won't. Fuck you, mate.